Just talking with Josh and Gab this morning about their new CD that's coming out and their big release party at the Children's Museum tomorrow. The CD is called I'm Not a Bully.
Yep, and here they are right now to perform one of the songs off that CD called, as we've said before, 9 o'clock Behind the Jackrabbit.
I see him in the hallway, I see him at his stairs. He points at me and giggles when he passes on the stairs. And now I'm here at Kennywood and feeling really scared. 'Cause right when I was standing there in line to get a bite, he passed me with his buddies, yeah, I was in his sight. He looked me in the eye and said, we're gonna have a fight at 9 o'clock, at 9 o'clock. Now I'm not one for fighting, and I don't have a plan, 'cause I bruise really easily and I've got tiny hands. But all my friends are telling me I gotta be a man at 9 o'clock, 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 at 9 o'clock behind the jackrabbit. Woo! At 9 o'clock behind the jackrabbit. At 9 o'clock behind the jackrabbit. At 9 o'clock behind the... And now this thing is ruining my Kennywood day. Like, what's he gonna do to me and what's he gonna say? Oh please, oh please, oh please, oh please, don't let him show his face at 9 o'clock. When? 9 o'clock. And if he sees me riding or waiting in a line, I'll act like I'm a tough guy and everything is fine. But now the clock is ticking and I just don't need reminded. 9 o'clock, at 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 9 o'clock behind the jackrabbit. 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 Well, here he comes and he's looking mean. Well, tell me what's to become of me. But maybe we're both acting the same way. Here's the moral of the song. Well, we didn't end up fighting, which I couldn't believe. We rode some rides together, and we didn't want to leave. And that's the story how I met my new best buddy Steve at 9 o'clock. 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 At 9 o'clock.
At 9 o'clock behind the jackrabbit.
At 9 o'clock.
At 9 o'clock behind the jackrabbit.
At 9 o'clock.
At 9 o'clock
At
behind
9
the
o'clock.
jackrabbit.
At 9 o'clock.
At 9 o'clock
At
behind
9
the
o'clock.
jackrabbit.
At 9 o'clock.
At 9 o'clock behind the...
Thank you.
I love it.
I
Awesome.
can see why kids love this. I really can. You're so animated.
Oh, yeah.
So much fun energy. It's great.
Oh, thank you.
How do you do that growling thing and still have a voice left?
I don't know. I try hard. That's all I can say.
Oh my God, that's so much energy.
I drink a lot of milk, so.
Good idea.
Another good message for the kids.
Yeah.
When's your next appearance, and how many? What do you do over the summer when there's nothing going on?
Great
School's
question.
out.
We hope that we'll get to hear from some day camps and all sorts of other organizations. We actually have 5 shows tomorrow, Saturday. We're playing
Right.
on the radio in the morning, 3 free CD release shows at the Children's Museum at 1, 2, and 3, and then we're hosting a benefit for Children's Hospital at Stage AE in the evening. So it's
Awesome.
Man, all right.
You guys are
there's
cooking.
all the details
Great.
again.
Look at
Those
that.
shows at the Children's Museum 1, 2, and 3. Free admission, and then the Children's Hospital Rock Benefit Show. That's at the Children's Festival next week as well, and the Three Rivers Arts Festival
my
this summer.
gosh.
So much going on. Get all the details and download their album online. We've got the link at kdka.com/PTL.
You got it.